Hey everybody, Dawn McGee, your nutrition evangelist here, coming to you live on this snowy Thursday morning in New England. And what I want to talk about today is the most important first step to being healthier. I talked a lot this month about setting yourself up for success. I put the fun back into being healthy, how you can have fun, how you can have more variety. Arguably, we should start at the beginning, right? What is the very first thing that you need to do when you want to make some changes? And this may not be easy to hear because the first thing you need to do is to be honest with yourself. You need to have some sort of accountability set up. And I'll be talking more about this on the Fearless Generations podcast next Monday night. I'll pop the link down in the comments if you want to join me. But let's talk about that for a couple of minutes. I was thinking about this, in all honesty, struggling with my 16-year-old to have him come clean about some assignments that may or may not have actually been done. And I thought, boy, there are a lot of parallels here to people who want to continue moving forward on their health journey. Because sometimes it's not all that easy to be honest with ourselves about where we are today. And so when I talk with folks about how to start new habits, the very first thing we need to do is take an honest assessment of where we are. And it's not to judge. It's not to say, oh man, I wish I had, if I had only started sooner. None of that. It's just data. And why is that important? Well, it's really important to take an honest assessment of where you are so that you can set a good path forward. Um, because let's say my goal is to run a marathon. Now, I've had both hips and one knee replaced. If I wasn't honest with myself about what I can and can't and should not do, I might just proceed forward with that goal of running a marathon, and it probably wouldn't go very well. You can imagine that, right? I don't run anymore. I used to. And that's okay. I do tons of other things to stay physically healthy, in good shape, fit. But we have to take an honest assessment of where we are. So that's your very first step into making changes that are going to be sustainable, that are going to last a lifetime. Um, if you're having some struggles with that, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help you with that assessment, help you put some goals together that make sense. But the first thing to do is to do that assessment. So if you want to do it by yourself, take a look at the three areas in the triangle of health: eating, moving, and recharging. And simply rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. How is my eating? Well, for me, I know that, I've been tracking my macros since September, and I feel pretty good, and I feel pretty good about the food that I'm putting into my body. Um, I'm not one to give myself a 5 because I think there's always room for improvement. So I'll say right now it's a 4. I'm doing more cooking, I'm exploring new flavors, I'm having fun. Fitness, again, take a look at where you are on the scale of 1 to 5. Um, right now, I could do a little bit more. I have a great set of habits, and yet I've been sort of pulling back and going, maybe I'll do a little bit less today. The cold weather is not really great for my attitude when it comes to working out. So maybe I'll say a 3. I've definitely got room for improvement. And then recharge. Well, these couple of weeks I've been at a virtual conference, and they start early, and haven't been getting as much sleep as I want to. I haven't been having as much downtime as I want to. I haven't been doing things like reading my book for fun and hanging out with my family, playing games. So right now, I'm going to say that that might be a 2 out of 5. So that gives me a clear indication, not to judge, right? Not to beat myself up, but a clear indication of where I can focus my attention, because we can't do everything all at once, right? We can't fix it all instantaneously. So I'm going to focus my attention on improving my recharge score over the next week. So I would love to hear from you. You don't have to tell me your scores, but tell me what you're going to focus on for the next week. Where may your balance be out of balance? So that's the first step, holding yourself accountable, being honest with yourself. That's the way to get moving forward. And then it's all positive from there. So if you have any questions, tag me down below. I will post the link to the podcast that's going to be live next Monday night, Fearless Generations. And as as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up your glass of wine with dinner. Until next week.